friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kat and today I'm going to be doing an updated tattoo tour. I did a video like this in 2020 and I wanted to update you guys and do like a new tour. My original tattoo tour video is my most popular video on my channel, and I've had some new tattoos since then, and also I just wanted to talk about my tattoos again because I love tattoos, I love my tattoos, and I love artistry and everything like that. So I just thought it'd be really cool to chat about everything. If you haven't been on my channel before, if this is your first time here, hi, I'm Kat. I'm a lover of colourful, grungy, undone kind of makeup. That's what I tend to do here on my channel, but I also am a lover of tattoos, music, media, everything like that. So if that is the sort of thing that you like, then definitely subscribe because I try to upload quite a bit of content on here. And without further ado, let's get into the tour. So I have three main tattoo artists, I guess. The first one is Ben, he goes by Skullhead on Instagram, and the second one is Jim, who goes by Slow Jim on Instagram. These guys work together in the same tattoo studio, and Jim used to be Ben's apprentice, which is why I've got a few tattoos by Jim as well. Ben is my first port of call anytime I want to get a tattoo. He is just such a lovely man and I am such a big fan of his work, and I love all of my tattoos by him, and I just think he's amazing and I love him. And then I also have a couple of tattoos by Teal Barnes, who is a very, very popular tattoo artist in Norwich. Honestly, it's impossible to get in with her, and her flashes sell out in minutes. She's amazing and also absolutely lovely. So yeah, if you are near Norwich, which I don't know if you guys are, I feel like most of my viewership is in America, but these are some tattoo artists that I absolutely recommend with my whole heart. Currently, I only have tattoos on my arms and my legs and technically on my hand. I intend on getting tattoos on my chest and the rest of my legs and my hands, like fully on my hands as well. I don't think I'm gonna get anything on my stomach necessarily or on my back, but yeah, I would like a couple of pieces on my chest. So I think we're just gonna go like around rather than doing like chronologically, because I can't really remember when I got everything tattooed. I'm gonna do close-up shots and everything like that so you can see everything a bit better. So this first one up here on my arm is my little moon with the clouds and the stars, and this was inspired by Pink Moon by Nick Drake. It's one of my favourite albums, and there are some pink shading, like a bit of pink shading in here. It's a baby pink, so you can't really see it too much, and also I'm wearing fake tan, so that kind of covers it up a little bit. But this tattoo is so pretty. This was probably like my second or third one with Ben, and yeah, I absolutely love this tattoo. I think it's so gorgeous, and I love all the shading inside the moon and the clouds. Like, it's got such a nice texture to it. Big fan of this one. And then we'll go to my little house. So this is another one by Ben. Pretty much not everything on this arm is by Ben, but yeah, this is Ben. This was originally gonna be a Cure tattoo, the band The Cure, but I just ended up changing my mind. I originally wanted it to be like a window with the silhouette of people dancing, because one of my absolute favourite Cure songs is The Upstairs Room, and the lyric in it is, "The upstairs room is cool and bright, we can go up there in summer and dance all night," which is one of my favourite lyrics ever. But instead I just ended up getting this little house. Like, this is just where it evolved to, and the lights are on in it. Like, there's yellow shading in the lights, in the windows, sorry, which I really love, because then it looks like someone's home. I always forget that I have this one because it's on the back of my arm, so I don't really see it. but I love it. I love the roof paneling. I just think it's so cute. And then we go down here, and this is my PJ Harvey tattoo. I love PJ Harvey so much. She is my #1 favorite musician. I just think she's absolutely incredible. She's so talented and interesting and weird. And this is a picture of her from like the 90s. I'll insert the picture as well so you can see like just how incredible this is. I didn't want anything hyper realistic. I didn't want anything like with too much detail, but I wanted you to be able to tell that it was her, and I think he's done such an amazing job of that. Just so good. Again, this is Ben. This is the Ben tattoo. And now if we flip over, this is my first tattoo, and I think you can tell because of how different it is to everything else. Like, it's very realistic and sort of there's no harsh lines or anything like that. This is a tattoo that I have considered getting covered, getting a blast over, because I just do think it's so out of place compared to everything else. So yeah, like I probably will get this one covered. I objectively know that it is so beautiful, but it's just not really my style anymore, and I much prefer tattoos that are a bit harsher, a bit darker, like intense. That's just what I like. Down my arm, and that's where you find my Just Like Heaven. This is my absolute favorite Cure song. I love The Cure, they're my favorite band. I was actually able to go and see The Cure, I think it was in 2018. We went and saw them at British Summertime, and it was incredible. I had the best time. I love Robert Smith so much. Let me rewind a little bit and we'll talk about pain levels for each of these tattoos. Arm tattoos tend to be fine. It just depends like how close you are to like the elbow ditch or like your armpit. So like these 3 were fine, like no real issue at all, probably like a 5 out of 10 on the pain scale. This little bastard was like probably like an 8 because it's in the elbow ditch, so that was quite painful. This one like a 9 out of 10 because the experience was a bit uncomfortable, like I wasn't really talking to my tattoo artist, and also it was my first tattoo, and like getting down here was like really nippy, so that was quite painful. But yeah, like all of these, like this kind of area is absolutely fine, like not an issue at all. Now we move down onto my forearm, and we've got 3 down here. So this one here, this little pussycat, was done by Sam. Her username on Instagram is Daisy Dave. She was Teal's apprentice, I'm pretty sure, and she had just started tattooing people. And she was basically giving away free tattoos so that she could practice. So I said, hell yeah, you can practice on me. I love this tattoo. I think it is so gorgeous. I love the peonies inside of the cat. I just think it's stunning. I love the red ink. I just think it's so cool. And Kelvin's got one as well, like across the ditch of his arm. So we kind of have matching tattoos, but not really, but yeah. I think it's really cool. She did such an amazing job for her first, like it was like her 3rd person she tattooed, I think. The lines are really smooth, and it's not really dropped out or faded at all. The only bit that has faded is some of the red, but that's sort of natural for red ink. It fades a bit quicker than everything else. So yeah, I think it's really cool. And then you come around to the, it's hard to show doing this way, so I'll have to obviously just the inserts. Daffodils are my birth flower, and they are also just my favourite flower. I will not listen to anyone who says that they smell like cat piss, because I do not think they do. I love daffodils. I love when daffodils start coming in shops and on the like flower stalls, because that shows me that it's now becoming spring, which I love. And I just wanted like a cute little hand holding my daffodils, and this like cuff on this hand is so pretty. Like, it's such a small detail, but I absolutely adore it. I think it's so gorgeous, and yeah, I love my daffodils so much. My cat, pain-wise, was probably like a 4. Like, it really didn't hurt at all because the needle was so fine. I barely even felt it. My daffs were probably, my daffodils weren't too bad. I think they hurt a bit more because I got these two done at the same time. So I think I had that one done. I can't remember if I had that one done first or second. But yeah, I didn't really. I think it was probably like a 6 or a 7 maybe. And then on the top of my arm, I have my angel and devil cherubs. And these were done by Teal, and I love this tattoo. I love the way it wraps around my arm. I think it is so beautiful. The little cherubs have like the tiniest dot of red in them as well on their cheeks, so it looks like they're blushing, and I just love it. I love this tattoo so much. It's just the placement and everything is just perfect, and yeah, I'm such a huge fan. I'm very excited to get something sort of in this gap as well. I haven't decided what yet, but I want to get all my gaps filled ASAP because they are starting to annoy me. That's the one thing I can say about when you start getting tattoos, is that you end up getting annoyed at your bare skin because you just wish that it had something on it. Okay, now let's scoot over to my right arm. So this one here, my little vase, is another one by Teal. This was on a flash. Both my ones by Teal were on flash. They weren't designed by me. Neither was my cat, but my daffodils and like everything else was like a collaboration between me and Ben, like me coming up with the ideas and him drawing them out for me. But the ones by Teal and Sam are just like flash ones. I love this. I love the little pops of yellow in the vase. They have lasted so well, these little yellow pops, and I just think it's so pretty. I get a lot of compliments on my vase, and I do want to get some more vases on my legs, like some ornamental vases, but yeah, like I really love them. And then this bad boy on the front of my arm, this is probably, no, it's not my biggest tattoo, but it is quite large. So this is a mix of Lily of the Valley and bluebells. Lily of the Valley is my mum's birth flower, so I wanted to get that on me. And I just love the little snake wrapping around as well. I just think it's really cool. I really like it. I just like the little bits of shading, like there's like nice little details, like you've got some blue in there, some purple. I love the little lines on my little snake, and yeah, I just think it's really cool. And I like where it stops as well, like just before my wrist. I think it's really cool. I just think it's a cool tattoo. And then that leads us round to my little vampire mouth and my rose. I love vampires. I know it sounds so stupid, but I do. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is one of my absolute favourite TV shows. I love anything to do with like vampire lore. Like I love Dracula. I love Nosferatu. I just like vampires as a concept. And I got this done, oh my god, start of 2020 maybe? I can't really remember, it was quite a while ago, but I love the rose as well. Like I love that it's not shaded in, and I just like the placement of it as well. I just think it's really cool, and it makes me feel badass as hell. Also, a lot of when I was in my band Peach Club, I did an artwork for one of our singles. It was called Bad Bitch, that had like a vampire mouth with the tongue sticking out. So that kind of like is an ode to that as well. Okay, now we're on the top part, we're on the bicep. So let's start at the back. So I've got my little plus-sized pin-up. This is by Jim. And this was actually, Ben had this as a sticker on his like trolley that he had all his equipment on, and I was like, that's really cool, I would love to have that tattooed. And he was like, oh, it's actually Jim. And if you guys have seen any of my like fashion videos or any of my videos on Instagram, I actually have the flash sheet of that. I will grab it so you can see. One of my favorite things about Ben and Jim as tattoo artists is that they paint their flashes and they physically draw their flash sheets rather than them just being on like digital. And when Jim tattooed my little lady on me, which is this one here, he gave me his painted flash sheet as well. So I keep this in my office, in my filming room, and it's always in the backgrounds of any of my fashion videos because I love it. I have one by Ben as well. And yeah, I just love that. I love this tattoo. I get a lot of compliments on this tattoo, and I love my little plus size pin-up. I think she's really cute. And then my other one by Jim are my little cherries. This was just another one that I just like picked off a flash and was like, go on then. But also in Peach Club we had a EP called Cherry Baby. So this is like my little ode to Cherry Baby as well. And then up on the top of my arm, this is my little Peaches tattoo. So I used to have a house bunny. She was called Peaches. She was so cute and so sweet, and I had a little tattoo of her done, and there's like a little bit of pink in the nose, in the ears, and because she did have a pink nose and pink ears, she was very, very cute. And I had this done, I think I only had a few tattoos on my arm at this point. But yeah, I love my little bunny. I get a lot of compliments on my bunny as well. But I am excited to fill the gaps around the top here so that she's not as like sticky outy and prominent. But I have had this for a few years now, so I really should have sorted that. But you know, money, time. And then when you get down here, we've got my Frida Kahlo tattoo. Basically, I love Frida Kahlo. I have her journal, and this was just a reimagining of one of the drawings in the journal because I didn't want the exact one, but it was, when I was reading her journal, it was the one that really like stood out to me and made me sort of stop and look at it properly. And I just became really attached to the imagery in there, and I wanted something that was just, the original drawing was quite abstract and I didn't really want that. So I came up with this little one and I really, really love it. I do have a bit of scarring, like quite bad on this one, but that was my own fault because I left the wrapping on for too long because I went out after I had the tattoo done. Like I didn't go home and clean it straight away. So that was absolutely my fault, but I'm not going to do anything about it because I actually quite like it. It looks a bit like stone, like it made it look like a concrete like statue, and I will take that. And also I do not want to tattoo over scar tissue because that will be so painful. And then I have my little rock and roll skeleton hand. Your girl loves rock and punk and metal and everything like that, so I just wanted a little ode to that, and I think it's really cool. I just think it's a little bit cheesy, but I just kind of love it. I apologize, I haven't done any pain scale. My vase was really pain-free because Teal uses small tiny needles so you can barely feel it, so that was probably like a 4. This was like a 3 because I'd used numbing cream, because this was on a day where I had 5 tattoos done, so that was pretty pain-free. This was maybe like a 6 or 7. This was quite nippy. This one, again, did I get that done on my day with 5? No, I got this done on the same day that I got this done. So that was maybe like a 7, like maybe a 7, maybe a bit more, because again, near the ditch. My ones on the back, like not a problem at all, probably like a 4 or a 5, like these two. This one probably like a 3, like you can barely feel it when it's up here. And this one was quite nippy because again we're going close to like the armpit. I'd say that was probably like an 8 maybe. So those are my arms, and I have 3 tattoos on my legs. I'm not going to show them this way, but obviously I'll insert clips. So on the side of my leg I have a gothic castle. The amount of times I get asked, is it Norwich Cathedral? Is it the Disney Castle? Is it like all these things? No, it is just a gothic castle. I just wanted something with loads of pointy spires, dark, shaded really deep. Like it's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. I love the placement of this. This is probably my favorite tattoo. Like I absolutely love this tattoo. I just think it's so cool, and Ben did such an amazing job on this one, and it looks amazing, and it's healed so beautifully as well, like so beautifully. It's absolutely stunning. I'm just in love with it, and I've had this for over a year now, and I just adore it. I forgot to mention I have a little heart tattooed on my pinky as well. That's just like a silly little one, like whatever, a friend of a friend did it, and then Ben topped it up for me. I just wanted something on my fingers. I'm gonna get more finger tattoos when I get my hands tattooed as well, so there will be more on these little babies. And then finally, I have 2 tattoos on the back of my thighs. I originally had Rebel Rebel written across my thighs, and I got that done the same time that I got my Frida Kahlo tattoo done, and it was the most painful tattoo I've ever had, and it literally took 10 minutes. And these were also the most painful tattoos I've ever had. I used numbing cream and they still, like, I could still feel it, and it was just horrible. Like, it makes me sweat, it makes me like want to scream. I hate getting the back of my legs done, but they're done now. They are done, they are shaded, and it is amazing. So I decided to get little matching cherub tattoos. So the writing is covered with the shaded clouds and then the little cherubs on top. Just so cute. I love the chubby little cherubs. I think they are absolutely amazing. I'm so happy with these tattoos. Ben absolutely killed it with them, and I think they look incredible. I just really love cherubs. Like, I've always loved little baby cherubs, little angels, like those kinds of things. And I'm very happy to have them covering up some tattoos that I was really didn't want to have anymore. I think it is such an amazing job for a cover up, and although the tattoos before were like smaller, I actually love the size of the cover ups as well. Like, we needed it to cover the writing well enough that you couldn't see it underneath, so it did have to be a bit bigger, and then I was just like, go for it, do it big. So there you go, those are all of my current tattoos. You'll have to tell me which one is your favorite. Don't tell me which one is your least favorite. I don't need to know, because these are on my skin permanently, so I don't care if you are negative. I do intend on getting more. I want to fill these arms. I want to cover, like, get a few pieces on my chest. I want my legs covered. I just need money and time. That is pretty much it. If I had all the time in the world, all the money in the world, I would be completely covered. So look forward to maybe another tattoo tour in another year's time, when hopefully I've filled up some more of my gaps. Yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. That would be really cool. And as always, eat good, drink good, take care of yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.